Welcome back to the first new review since the re-review's finished about a week ago. Now today we have obviously a new locomotive. I went to the London Festival of Modelling in Alexandra Palace today and I brought this. As you can see, it's by Hornby, no prizes for guessing that, and it's a super detailed model. And as you can see, it's quite easily recognisable. It's a West Country class, BR, West Country class. I removed the price tag because I don't really like having price tags on boxes. I don't know why, I just don't really like. But it was a bargain. It was down from 119 to £78, which is absolute good deal, which is a really good deal. And plus I've been wanting this model of this engine for a long time. It's DCC ready, but it's already been DCC'd. And it has already been out of the box, but I put it back in the box as it came. So the tissue paper and everything. Turn to the side, product code is R2691, BR462. So it's a Pacific, so there's 4 wheels at the front, which are obviously there which turn and support the front of the engine. 6 wheels in the middle, which are the driving wheels, and 2 wheels at the back, which support the back of the cab, like the back of the engine. And I also heard that because there was a there was a pony truck. These are known as pony trucks. Because there was a pony truck underneath the cab, it gave it a very comfortable ride for drivers. Before we open it, a bit of information on the West Country class. They were the last ever steam locomotives designed by the Southern Railway, because after 1940, because these came out, the first ones, the merchant navies, came out in the early 40s during World War II, and the West Country and Battle of Britain classes, which is the same, it's the same kind of engine, but the Southern Railway decided to split them into 2 classes for well, there are known reasons, but I'm just not too sure why. And they were good engines, but there were quite a lot of problems with them, such as the streamlining was quite costly. It was quite costly to maintain the engine because of the streamlining. Well, it isn't really streamlining; it's air smoothing. If it was streamlined, it'd be fully streamlined, but it'd be fully covered. But at the front, there's like a smoke box left open. But it was very costly to maintain because obviously to clean it, if there was nothing to stand on, then cleaning the side would be a pain in the backside. I'm not going to swear. Anyway, so and also another problem was there was a different kind of chain-driven valve gear, which created its own problems, such as the chains would sometimes stretch and then jump through the cogs, and it would do all sorts of damage. And the oil consumption in the valve gear was quite alarming. So British Railways rebuilt quite a lot of these. They rebuilt all of the merchant navies and all but 50 of the West Country / Battle of Britain classes. And one of these was also unfortunately involved in the Lewisham train crash of 1957, where 90 people died. Not this engine named Torrington, but a different one of the same class crashed into the rear of an electric multiple unit, which was stationary, and because the driver missed 2 danger signals, so it crashed. And it was because the smoke was kind of stuck there because of this streamlining or air smoothing. So when British Railways rebuilt them, they were much less costly to maintain, and the chain-driven valve gear was replaced by Walshart's motion, sort of like more conventional steam engine valve gear, and the streamlining was completely air smooth. Why do I keep saying streamlining? Oh well, it's either way, potato, whatever. The streamlining was removed completely on the rebuilt engines. Anyway, enough chit chat, let's just open the box. So get this very nice card outline. It's quite nice, but it's nice. There's nothing much to say about it. Here's the main article. So let's pull the polystyrene box out. Let's put the box to one side. Here's the instructions and my arch enemy, the DCC jacket. Bugger off. Anyway, you get the instructions for the West Country / Battle of Britain class engines. It's all the usual stuff, you know, how to replace the motor, how to remove the body, where to lubricate. Yeah, it's all the usual stuff. We've seen this a million times, but it's important to refer to them when it comes to, you know, fixing the train or something. You know, anything could happen. If we don't take care of our engines, anything could happen. So let's put the box to one side, and here is the engine all wrapped up in tissue paper, even though it has been opened and ran before. So let's remove the tender first. Let's take off the tissue paper, which looks like the cat's been at it, as Intercity 82 would say. And now another hole for the engine itself, or herself. Let's remove that tissue paper on the engine. There's a bit of polystyrene in the cab as well. And there's something else you get in the box, just there. Oh, it looks like a load of accessories like brake rods and like what looks like a spare coupling and crew members and like discs and even shovels. Can you see the shovel just there? Wow, very nice. I'll come back to those at a later time. Let's put everything to one side. Now let's have a look at the detail of this gorgeous engine. Oh my word, just look at that. What a gorgeous engine. There's a bit of polystyrene there. Wow. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the shine on the coupling and connecting rods there. And you can see the distinctive wheels. I think Bullied Firth, and I don't know what they were called, box pock wheels, I do believe. They were also Bullied's design, and they apparently saved weight. Also, one thing these engines were notorious for, slipping. Now the engine itself weighed more than 100 tons, but the axle loading, the amount of weight on the wheels, was only 19 tons, which actually made them lighter than the Great Western Castles, which are obviously smaller than these in ways, such as the Castles are only 460s, whereas this is a 462. So they are quite smaller, but these were actually lighter. And but the advantage of making them lighter was that they could reach more parts of the network, even parts of the network where you know, tender engines wouldn't really be seen. But they were notorious for slipping. Anyway, wow, just look at the detail. Sprung buffers, as you would expect. Just can't help looking at those wheels. I mean, wow, it's like very unusual wheels. And they look very nice, and they look really nice. And the cylinders there, and the valve gear, which looks quite nice. Wow, there's the characteristic look of the West Country / Battle of Britain class. As this is what I'm talking about. So it's not fully streamlined. It's the front part is not streamlined. It's left you know, the smoke box door there. But you can see how unusual it is. The air smoothing, streamlining, whatever you want to call it. There's rivets all around the streamlining. You'll just be able to see, as you can see. The livery is very nice. It's sort of like BR Southern Green. It looks like the Southern Green, but it's a BR engine. It's Torrington, there's the name, which is actually not, it's not put on, I mean, it's not moulded on, it's put on, it's etched. It's very nice, and you get the coat of arms there, and underneath it says West Country class. Wow, looks very nice. I love the yellow stripes, make it look really nice. See the rear pony truck which turns, and you can see the extra piping there, which looks very nice, and on the other side as well there's the connection to the tender. And wow, now just look at that cab, it's all painted. You get the firebox door there, which was quite unusual on the West Country class, as in that kind of firebox was not really seen on any other steam engine. And all the sort of like little dials and levers and everything, basically, even windows and the handrails here, and you can just see the boiler washout plugs and the number 31031. The roof vent there, which doesn't open, but you know, I suppose you can't have everything. And it's heavy as well. I forgot to mention, it is really heavy. Well, it's not really heavy, but it is quite heavy. And you get the safety valves there with the whistle, which looks very nice, and loads of rivets again, and the chimney, and you can see through. You can just see through, but you wouldn't really see that when it's on the layout. So, oh well, it's you know, you can't see through on a real engine, but then again, you won't really notice it. Well, what else is there to say about the engine? There's not too much. You even get the lamps, which were powered by a steam generator on the engine, which not only powered the lamps at the front and on the back of the tender, but also in the cab. And there was as I said, there was a steam generator for it. Another problem which these also suffered is that the coal consumption was enormous. They burnt more coal than a Gresley A4 Pacific from the LNER, which were obviously faster than these, but these burnt more coal. But then when they rebuilt them, they fixed the problem. See, so, but on the whole, they were good engines, even though they suffered quite a lot of problems. But which train doesn't suffer problems? Even the newest trains today suffer a few problems. No train is perfect. It's like humans. No one is perfect. With trains, no engine is perfect. But anyway, let's put the locomotive down and have a look at the tender, which looks very nice as well. There's no BR logo on this engine at all. So I don't know what kind of livery. So it is BR green, of course, but it looks like the Southern Railway green. So it could be that, you know, this is set in a time when they were just when it was running, but they haven't put the BR logo on it yet. I'm not too sure, but it still looks nice. Distinctive wheels again. There's a bit of hair there. See the front of the tender with the handbrake. I'm not so sure if that's a handbrake. I think that's the turns for the water scoop. But I think the Southern Railway engines didn't really need a water scoop, so I suppose that's the handbrake. And that's where the coal comes out. Speaking of which, the coal is just here, and if you're wondering, I think it is removable, but I'm not going to try. But the coal looks very nice, and you get these tanks at the back. I'm not really too sure what they are, because the water tank filler is here, but I'm not too sure what these tanks are. They look like air tanks to me. So something like that. Sprung buffers again, NEM couplings and the lights which I've mentioned, and ladders. Now be careful with these ladders, they are quite delicate, and so are these steps leading up to the engine. Well, but on the whole it's very nice. Just put the two together. Wow. Just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, let's see how she will run. Here we have the BR West Country class Torrington on the track, and let's just have a brief look around this gorgeous engine. Really, really nice. Wheels, very nice as well. Yeah. Cool, beautiful. Now, she has been DCC'd, so let's select her number, which is number 28, and off she goes. Bit of a push. There we go. Oh my word. Just look at that. Look how smoothly she runs. So, this is at running in speed, so the controller is set there. Just look at that. Look how smoothly she's running. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's get a few line side shots, shall we? Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. There's nothing like her on my layout. She's unique. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. In conclusion, I highly recommend her. No matter if she's in Southern Railway green or BR green or basically whatever your choice, I do recommend her. If you're a fan of steam engines, then you need her. And especially if you're modelling a Southern region layout in either the 40s or the 50s or the 60s, you need her. She's absolutely beautiful. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.